Yeah, we're starting with a captain. And this will be when she first starts going about and doing her rounds, so day 2. Because she's recovered by then, right?
Yeah. Well, you still probably have some light wounds, but for most part, yeah, you're effectively recovered.
Okay.
Malva. This is you probably catch him one of a few times where he's actually in his office because he's been all over the ship just doing what he can.
She'll
He's
have
been having,
been, because we can use the nexuses to keep track, right?
yeah.
So she'll have waited for him to settle before tackling him,
Okay.
basically. And maybe even giving him like a little bit of time in his office before she, not just sitting there to, ambush him or anything. But then
Okay.
when she does find him, she will approach. Is the door open?
Yeah.
Okay. Then she will knock on the side. Kind of her customary way of doing it, just wrapping her knuckles on the side of the door.
Yes, Lord.
Hello, Melv. Or not Melv. She never says Melv. She's Captain.
What can I do for you?
I want to see how you're doing.
Certainly been better, but overall I'm all right.
I do think a lot of us could be better.
It's a bit of a given.
He is seating in here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll pull up a little
Nothing
chair.
too comfortable for you, Lorne, but
No, that chair's currently occupied.
Yeah, the comfy chair is currently occupied.
I don't know if she's been able to swipe his chair while in the office, that's for sure.
No, you've yet to be able to swipe the real captain chair.
It is the only chair she has not sat in yet.
Yeah.
A lifetime goal.
And like a cat, you need to sit in that chair.
Yes, one day. But we won't wish really hard because we don't want the whole careful what you wish for thing.
Oh, what was loudly?
Right. Don't you dare. You leave him alone. Oh, Captain, my Captain. I noticed that you have been able to settle recently.
It's been a hectic few days, yeah.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, just keep on being you, Lord. I think that would be for the best.
She gives a small smile.
It's not just what you're getting paid to do, but, just you being you is normally good enough.
I will make the effort. She says, not having changed.
It's good to hear.
I am glad we did not lose anyone.
I am too.
What are the plans going forward? If I may inquire.
Get to a station, get to a planet, get Ferocity repaired, and while we are present, go to hopefully somewhere quiet on the planet for everyone to relax.
That will be good.
Good. unload all the refugees, fill out all that paperwork, that sort of thing.
Very busy.
The only small fucking, sorry, my language, the only small
She just smiled at that, but doesn't say anything.
silver on top is that technically we can claim all of these civilians as rescues because of our license, so we can get paid for all of that. Just it feels like a bad thing to do, be thinking about.
I think the way to look at it is that there are some things that are necessary. It is good that we did save them, but it is also good that repairs can be done so that we may save more should it come to it.
Suppose, yeah.
I am glad that we did save them, though.
I am too.
And that things happened as they did, and not how they could have. It could have been worse.
It can always get worse, and I'm quite well aware of that.
So we look at the bright things. The people we saved, they will not forget.
That's true.
Empathy, kind of a general. So there's not anything in particular I'm trying to pull at. If I can get my lorne sheet out. I think it's 8 dice. I'm gonna double check. And yep, it's 8. Pachow. Oh, only 2.
He basically more of the same. He is a stressed man. A very stressed man. While you're right that he should definitely try to see some of the good side of things, he's been a worrywart. He's been Melv.
Mm-hmm. But Lorne also realizes that having those worries is also important. You can't talk them all away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything I can do let me know.
Will do.
In the meantime, do what you can to manage your stress. But of course, some things, it is a given.
That's so.
He kind of shrugs.
He just kind of sighs a bit. Well, thank you for checking up on me, Lorne. It's appreciated.
You're welcome. I will probably drop by again before the week is out.
And she'll start getting up. Does he look like he has anything else to say?
Nope.
Okay.
Take care, Captain. I will see you around.
You too, Lorne.
And she'll move out. And then later on she'll talk to him again, and that could be definitely hand waved.
Okay.
Because at that point, I think it might be a dropping in to kind of give a report. Just on the overall mental well-being. No details, nothing too in-depth because, she does take her job very seriously. But just the general overall, like, this is how we're doing.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm sure not everyone talks to Mel.
E. Okay.
Okay.
Who's next?
Cool. We are hand-waving Hash, so this will be an Amanda.
Alrighty. Amanda has also been a bit of a busy bee, but whereas Mel has been all over the ship, Amanda has been mostly in her office and then speaking to the various, people that you've picked up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Lorne will try to catch her when she isn't addressing other people.
All right. When she's in her office or somewhere else?
Either office or common room.
All right. Well, we could say you get her when she is not present with Sammy.
Okay. And that'd be in the common room then?
Yep.
Okay. Could be like the equivalent of like snack time or something.
Yeah.
So Lauren will spot herself a wild Amanda. And then she will grab a little drinky and go sit by her.
Hello, Lorne.
Hello, Amanda. How are you?
Probably the same as everyone else. Yourself?
I am doing all right, considering everything.
I'm much the same.
I presume you healed up fairly well.
Well, we do have a good doctor.
We do.
But yes, I've healed up well enough. Not everything's healed up, but, well, there's others that needed it more.
Yes.
And you can see that she still has a couple bandages on her.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing my rounds, so to speak.
That's good to hear.
Would you like to speak with me at some point?
I thank you for the offer, dear, but no, I'm all right on that front.
Okay. And how is Sammy?
Better than I expected, but that itself is a concern.
Yes.
I will drop an empathy. Pachow. I got a 4.
It's incredibly difficult to read Amanda, especially when Amanda doesn't want to be read.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, it doesn't seem she's trying too hard to keep her mask on.
Mm-hmm.
There's definite concern when she spoke about Sammy like that. Um, Concern probably combines to the fact that Sammy is still quite young. She's almost a teenager, but even then, like, adults are suffering from, the effects of what they witnessed. But presumably Sammy is completely A-okay. And that's
From how
enough to
Amanda
make,
puts it, yeah.
yeah, and that seems to make Amanda concerned.
I can speak with her if you would like.
I'm unsure if speaking to her it will do much, dear. It's the way she put it. This wasn't traumatizing. This was just bad.
Then perhaps speaking with her, we can come to understand why, the how of it.
It's not that I don't understand, or well, I'm sure even she understands, Lorne. It's that a child shouldn't have to understand trauma like this.
A child should not.
No, a child should never experience trauma like this.
And yet she has.
Yes.
And it was not by any fault of our own doing.
Well, that may be true. That doesn't stop us from thinking otherwise.
This is true.
Especially when parents are supposed to safeguard their children from such things. Oh, you're going to definitely need to speak to Ram about that.
I intend to.
Thank you. I've been through this song and dance before. It's hard for those that haven't. She looks back up to you, Lorne, and does give the soft Amanda smile of, I'm not okay, but I'm okay.
Lorne
I do
returns a
appreciate
smile.
it, Lorne.
You're welcome.
Just, well, if you want to talk to Sammy, I won't stop you. It's just I don't think your duties will help with anything. I don't think they'll make anything worse, she quickly says, but I don't think it'll help solve my problem.
Perhaps not. I will speak to her as a friend, then.
She nods her head. You're free to do so.
But thank you for telling me.
Well, if you can't give me a helping hand with my problems, you might be able to help with my other problems.
I do.
She says with a bit of a chuckle.
I hope that I can.
Well, you're normally quite good at these sorts of things, Lorne. Just that weird, lanky demeanor of yours, I guess.
Yes. Something to do with it, most likely.
Oh, I know you've already cut back your vent time, just... please no vents right now, okay?
Very well.
Just... we're all used to it, it's just the passengers on board we have Many of them are antsy still. Melv is trying to oppose the no cog rule on as many people as he can, but not everyone's buying that, and I don't want you to, well, be curious, hang out, and then scare someone and then get hurt.
Noted.
Or, well, even worse, scare someone and cause them to hurt themselves or something stupid.
No, I understand.
But as soon as we drop them all off, just feel free to return to normal.
Of course. No, I'm already limiting my movement on this floor. But
I've noticed.
I will restrict it to, well, I do like the vent directly connected to my room, but I don't go anywhere.
I can imagine it can be beneficial. She says, like, questioning, like, if that floats your boat.
It's like a hidey hole.
Well, I think being in that area will be okay for you. It's just public areas.
Yes. I will be careful in that I will not enter the vents.
I know you will, dear.
I am already making efforts to not spook anyone we have brought aboard.
That explains that, then.
Will this be before or after she has spoken to the one guy? Do you think?
Probably after, because I imagine you would have wanted to speak to the one guy pretty early on, because that one guy is not doing too hot right now.
I figured she'd target the people who needed it the most first, which is why she went to Hana almost immediately, and some of the others. So yeah, he'll have been top list as well then.
So it won't be. I will say you are able to help him out a bit, but it's a bit of a challenge. Lorne will quickly figure out that just a talk isn't going to do it for this guy.
Right.
Like, he will need to speak it to a professional at some point.
Okay.
But Lorne talking to him does indeed help calm him down, and then I imagine Lorne also speaks to his peers, and through the combined effort of Lorne's magical words, his peers are able to, help keep him on a straight line.
Okay. So yeah, she'll convey this to Amanda that she has been working with the citizens and other people aboard.
That's good to hear, Lorne.
I
imagine we're all going to be a bit busy.
Yes, I only wish I could do more for them.
Well, it's like you said. Only so much we can do, and it's not our fault.
Yes.
Can't hold ourselves to blame for things which are outside of our control.
Yes. I have said prayers with him. I am sure that we will repeat them at some point.
That's good.
Okay. I suppose I shouldn't be keeping you.
It's alright, if you want to keep on talking, we can.
I have more rounds.
Well, it is good to take some breaks.
It was good.
Amanda kind of sighs but nods her head. Alright, well, don't overwork yourself, Lorne.
I will not. Thank you, Amanda.
Good to hear, Lorne.
And she'll get up. And a little wave, and then on her way.
Alrighty.
She will grab a Sammy. That will be a little later on, like a day or two later.
Okay.
So we could either do Sammy next or pop down the list and then a Sammy.
Well, it's up to you.
Okay. Well, since we're on that, we could do Sammy then.
Okay.
So where will I be finding a Sammy?
It's very difficult to find a Sammy all alone right now, as Sammy is mostly hanging out with her mom.
Mm-hmm.
But, there is a point where it's just Sammy hanging out, in, like, their common area.
Yeah, in that room area. Last time I
Yeah.
talked to her.
Yeah.
8, I think it is.
Yep.
Okay.
I am currently not at my computer desk, so unfortunately I cannot move Sammy over yonder.
Okay. No big, no big. Lorne will wander in. And try to locate her a Sammy.
Alright, it's not too hard to find Sammy if she's in that, like, table section.
Knowing that she was looking for Sammy beforehand, she'll come in with something sweet that she's pilfered from Trent's refrigerator.
Alright.
So
Say that you found yourself some, like, chocolate pudding.
There we go. She approacheth the Sammy.
Sammy looks up, gives a small smile. Hi, Lorne.
Hello, Sammy.
And she'll do like a little finger wave with the unoccupied hand.
How are you doing? As Sammy does respond back with her own little wave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing all right.
That's good.
And she sits down next to Sammy and offers the pudding.
Oh, you didn't have to.
But I did.
Well, thanks, Lorne.
You're welcome.
She smiles. And she will take a spoon and eat the pudding.
Yes.
She
She does make a little bit of a face, but then she does continue to eat it. She clearly expected it to taste a bit different than it does.
Was that not to your liking?
I just thought it was going to be more nutty. It's more chocolatey, though.
So you like the pistachio kind?
A bit, yeah.
I will remember that.
I say
She
as
smiles.
I type a little note here.
She likes the Nutella over the normal pudding.
Oh, that's what she was talking about.
Yeah. Trent's over here like, slightly healthy alternatives? No.
No. Well, I could do a roll to figure out whether it was pudding that she was thinking of or she was actually referring to the Nutella stuff.
Well, you can imagine that Nutella stuff is basically just a very nutty pudding, and it's just thicker. So
It's more like a
you can
dip.
yeah, Nutella's weird. It's like you can eat it by the spoonful, and it's deemed completely acceptable. You can use it as a dip, or you can use it as a spread.
Who said you could eat Nutella by the spoon?
I mean, you can. I've done
Yeah,
it.
you want to die.
It's socially,
By the spoon! By the spoon, you fools!
it is socially acceptable. I have seen people purposely buy Nutella like cups.
I prefer.
I eat it as ice cream.
Nice.
I see people do that too.
I prefer mixing it with peanut butter.
You see, I think
Yeah,
that's
I will leave.
acceptable.
That would top out now that you continue, no judgment.
Wait, what you can also do for peanut butter, this is a side note here, this is what my mom used to always do, and I did it sometimes too. You buy chocolate chips, and then you just drop the chocolate chips into the peanut butter, and they'll melt on their own and kind of merge with the peanut butter. It's really good.
Because room temperature chocolate melts.
Yep.
That's why we keep it in foil.
But anyways, Nutella.
No, still, thank you, Lorne. It's still good.
You're welcome.
Did you take it from Trent?
He knew I did not take it from him. I
Oh,
asked.
Well, that's what I meant. Sorry, I didn't mean to accuse you of something.
Oh, it's all right.
She smiles.
He has the best treats.
Some of the best, yeah.
Ooh, some of the best. Little
We all know.
lorne
We all
eyebrow.
know that. Well,
Ho,
Ram
ho.
also keeps hard sweets.
That's a 5 empathy.
Goodness. So you're able to get that. She's not digging at Trent or anything. You also are able to get that. She is pretty calm, pretty at ease. She doesn't seem tense at all. Doesn't have any weird look in her eyes. She's not, hiding anything. She just seems like Sammy. As if nothing happened. And now you can probably figure out why Amanda is low-key concerned and upsetty spaghetti. Because, Lorne, even you were kind of shaken up by what happened.
Yeah, well, Lorne took a
There
day
is-
to decompress.
There is nothing like that going on with Sammy. There is no anything. It's just regular old Sammy. She seems to be she's not exactly happy, but she is doing all right. Neutral.
Sammy, may I ask you a question?
Sure.
It might be a little personal, so if you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
Okay, she says, kind of raising an eyebrow as she stops reading what she was reading and looks up to you, Lorne.
With what happened,
You notice no change in her demeanor as you begin.
Lorne's kind of collecting her own thoughts on how to approach this, so.
with what happened, and what happened afterwards. I am curious. How are you coping with it?
Thunderstorm.
Nice.
Not nice. My light flickered.
Oh no, not nice.
Yeah, we don't get, pretty thunderstorms like you people in Wisconsin. We get the power goes out.
Hey, we had some hail earlier, okay? My lights did flicker.
Nice. So she says, well, I'm just doing all right. And she kind of shrugs a bit. I know what happened was bad, but she again kind of shrugs. And you get we'll still run with your 5. She's not stressed out by your questioning. There's no apprehensive there. It's just almost a lack of care, almost. Before she continues and says, it's just, well, I've already gone through all of that. I don't need to go through it again. And very much making very light of the situation. There's grown adults just one room away, which, having mental episodes.
Breakdowns, yep.
And very, trained military professionals. Meanwhile, a small child is just whatever.
Yep.
I see. You are handling it remarkably well.
She nods. That's what Mom said too.
Yes. I think it is clear that many people handle such things differently. Just as long as you are in touch with your emotions, then however you handle it is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, Lorne is being sincere, obviously. Because that's how she's handling it was, the first day was emotion time and then good to go.
Yeah.
So, presuming that the 5 still carries on or whatever, like, Sammy is still her genuine Sammy self, right?
Yep.
Lorne will accept that then.
Already.
So what is she doing anyways?
She's just reading some stuff. By stuff, as in, like, probably one of her interests.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be, like, something involving biology. Or it could be something, one of the history books, or even one of the fiction books she likes.
Okay.
The Brandon Amperson's latest hit novel.
Nice.
Is that the same book you were reading last time we spoke?
The next one.
Oh. You made it through that one rather fast.
Yep. I'm a fast reader.
That means you get to read more books.
Mm-hmm.
And bigger books.
Yep. Which is positive.
Yes. It is.
She'll peek over and read along for a small bit, but biology definitely ain't her thing.
Yeah. It's not most people's things.
And after that, she'll be like,
Okay. I wanted to see how you were doing. It is good you are doing well, so I will be talking to other people now.
Okay, well, thanks, Lorne.
Thank you, Sammy.
She nods and smiles.
And next time I seek you out, or know where you are, and I am happening to be in the area, I will make sure it is Nutella I bring.
Okay.
a little gremlin smile.
She smiles back.
Take care.
I will.
And there she goes. Out the normal way because she is being good.
Alrighty.
Lorne is not terribly concerned for Sammy. Saddened, but not concerned. Okay. How much longer are you going to be around? Just want to double check.
I probably got one more proper RP in me.
Okay. Does anyone else want to get that RP out of Chance?
Then Chance is gonna go actually finish his now cold spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting.
Yes.
No, I'm good. You go get your RP.
Okay. Kareem? Okay.
I mean, oh, that's
Oh, go ahead, go.
because I don't really know if there's much RP left for me.
Okay. Just double
Unless
checking.
somebody wants to eventually say goodbye to 2, but that's probably more for the players. So
Yep.
there's no point in doing a chance one.
Okay. Okay, since we're doing one more out of you, let's see who it's gonna be. You know, let's do Harkin. That might be a fun one.
Alrighty.
I don't know what day this is. We'll just say it happens in between
Okay.
one of the days. Maybe like day 4 or something.
Alrighty.
So where is he vibing? Where's he vibe?
He's mostly vibing in this room, and then back in this room, and then back. Just because, don't want... It's been expressed that they don't want him traveling around the ship, so he is respecting that decision.
Okay. And so, is that like one of the spare rooms we have then?
Yeah, so like, Verossi actually has like triple the capacity of what it's currently at.
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty of free rooms.
Okay.
Like if people really wanted to, they don't even need a bunk.
Gotcha.
It's because like one, so and that's just the rooms we're talking about. Because as I've said before, this is almost to scale. It's actually a little bit bigger, but like 34 meters is a lot because that's like, that's over 100 feet.
Mm-hmm. Well, who bunks?
Yeah.
Oh, I said who bunks though.
I think the only people who actually bunk
It's
is
Ram and...
Hash and Trent.
Okay, so
And then
Ram and Mac
Ram
probably.
and Mac.
Okay. Oh, Hash and Trent.
Hash and Trent bunk. They're bunk mates.
I suppose that, and barely even, because Trent's been in the engine room almost all the time, anyways.
Yeah, and he sleeps on his couch normally.
Yep. So technically bunk mates, but not, not really.
Only when Trent like actually, wants to sleep on a bed for once, rather than his lazy boy or on the couch.
Nice. I love that as a lazy boy.
It isn't.
So
Well,
accurate.
lazy boy is gone, but it's effectively the same thing.
Nice. Okay, so this will be obviously after all her poking at citizens, so he is among that list now. So I guess she basically, to locate people, she kind of just pokes through all the rooms to see if it's occupied. And then when she finds someone, she talks to them. So this will be her poking through more empty rooms looking for a person.
Okay.
Because they're not connected to the Nexus, right?
Yeah.
So she is looking.
So you will eventually find the old man.
Mm-hmm. She is a quiet walker, though, so if you would like me to roll your stealth.
You do not need to. He has very bad passive attention.
Oh, no.
But that's just because, like, his attention stat's good. It's just that he has bad passive attention because he's old.
Gosh.
Hard of hearing.
When she notices it is occupied, I assume, like, the door is closed then?
It's not so much that it's closed. It's like, so the tables where Sammy normally hangs out.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently there, and he has all of his stuff shoved into a room that's like right next to him.
Oh, so he's outside, like he's vibing out in the common room right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And she will approach him.
Alright, you're able to get right next to him before he notices. Fuck, again.
Hello.
Oh. Hello.
And
You must be Lorne, right?
Yes, I am Lorne.
she holds a hand out.
Second time we need a drifter, Dr. Harkin.
Ah.
Shake your hand.
Who was the first?
Hey. didn't really say what they did, but they were went by the name of normal name of Emil.
No, a character. Our place isn't small enough to be able to roll for that, right?
Unfortunately,
Doesn't ring a bell, but it is good that you met another of us.
means you're slowly getting out there.
Yes. So it's good to finally meet you after all the chaos.
I suppose, yeah. It's more of a little chaotic.
How are you doing, by the way?
Kind of like squints at you a bit. Doing all right.
There's an empathy for you.
Why are you asking? As you can't read him. He's a closed book, Lorne. The only thing you can read is suspicion.
When you say why you asking, is that what he said?
Yeah.
Because I am an arbiter.
Being an arbiter means that you spread the teachings of your faith. Doesn't necessarily mean you're a people person.
I am not exactly that kind of arbiter. I am the people person arbiter.
Alright, well. I don't believe in any of that.
To each their own.
He just squints again.
I am also asking because I am genuinely curious if you're alright.
Well, yeah, I'm alright. Not the first time I ran off the station.
Under
Won't be the last.
circumstances such as those.
Different, but basically the same sort of scenario.
Do I need to roll another empathy?
Not really. Unfortunately, he has a pretty high credibility.
Okay.
Like, it is possible you might be able to read him, but it's unlikely. And but even with that, what you're getting is just he's not, like, upset or anything. It's just like he said it in a very factual manner, like, it's happened once to me already. I've already been through this. And it's going to happen again, I know it. So you can probably infer from that it's happened more than once to this man already.
How many times prior has this occurred?
Too many.
You must live an interesting life.
It's a curse, yeah.
It could be seen as a curse, yes.
Old saying is to wish people a interesting life as the ultimate curse, yeah.
I was thinking just the same thing.
And glance his head, so someone else had picked up a little bit on history.
A little.
Most people don't.
I dabble.
Like I said, most people don't. Good, some do.
She nods.
So I've heard that you have been speaking to Mindy.
From who?
That is knowledge, right? Or am I making assumptions here? If not, I can backtrack it.
Yeah, I'd imagine Lorne and Minnie are on good terms, right?
Vaguely good terms. Lorne knows that Mindy was the one that got a hold of the doctor, because Mindy was saying that.
So you can certainly say that. Like, the reason he says from who is because this is a paranoid man you're talking to.
Yes.
He's like, who the fuck's watching me?
Mindy had mentioned that she was speaking to you.
Alright. About what?
I did not ask.
Okay, well, yeah, we've been speaking.
I was merely going to thank you for what you had done.
Well, like I said to Mindy, it was a mutually beneficial agreement. Both sides were gain from that. I got a ride. You will got to get. Well, I don't know what you need the fire stuff for. Probably a fire. So you have a fire put out.
Yes. But among those, the other things you did.
You're welcome, I suppose.
She nods along to that.
I am curious how long you will be with us. As I understand it, the others will be departing once we arrive.
It all depends on what Captain Melv has. I have a job. Melv may or may not accept it.
I see.
If he doesn't, I'll have to find allocations elsewhere. That's why everything's staying packed. And he gestures to his stuff.
Prudent.
What did Lauren say?
Prudent.
Okay. I try. Gotta be one step ahead,
Yes.
at least.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
We know his name is Dr. Harkin, right?
Yeah.
With doctor in your title, may I ask as to what kind?
A mixture of a medical and scientific kind. I got a couple doctorates, yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
Neither, personally.
Just Harkin?
Oh, no. Doctors, fine and dandy. I just, because I went for the effort to get the title, might as well have people use it. Just don't like the entire idea that people have to get a title in order to get respect.
Ah, I understand that part.
No, I'm Oh, go on.
Oh, no, go ahead.
He was just going to start ranting.
Oh, she'll listen.
But you were going to say something. So what was you?
I was gonna ask, how old does he look?
Mindy calling him a grandfather is very accurate. He looks very easily 70s,
Okay, gotcha.
maybe 80s.
Yeah, if he starts a ramble, Lauren will listen.
Okay, but knowing that someone looks into be in their 70s or 80s, they're probably like triple digits by that point, just because medicine has gotten to a point where
Okay.
they can extend.
Cool.
Not super far, like, age expectancy is like 130,
Mm-hmm.
but still.
Yeah. So what doth he ramble about?
He just rants and raves about the entirety of how the system forces people to go down certain preordained paths in order to get recognition. And in the process, we're losing brilliant minds who don't think along those linear ideals.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing.
Lauren listens.
Very quickly, Lauren's able to figure out that this man's a little bit of a nut job, and he's also, despite being a little bit of a nut job, might be some wisdom in there, but he takes it a little bit too far.
There are nuggets of truth, but you really gotta get past a lot of the breading to get there.
Yeah, because it's the overall point of it's stupid that that people have to get a doctorate in order to be deemed a smart person. Yeah, that makes sense. But the entire thing of how this is a conspiracy in order to control people, that's where things get a little bit more like, okay, Grandpa.
Lauren does not say anything to correct him.
Can't correct this man. He is correct.
Exactly.
He has the info. You don't.
Well, there you go.
He'll win the argument.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you say.
But yeah.
That'll probably be the conversation then.
Okay. So yeah, we can end that one there then.
Because there's not really much else she can bring up without either prying or revealing, and she doesn't really want to do either. She likes to pry, but it's a careful
is-
pry.
She's very quickly noticed that this man is like, you asking personal question about me?
Mm-hmm.
Who you working for?
So, right then she just dances around like, I'm just curious.
Who you working for? Tell me their names. Who sent you? You're in a wire, aren't you?
The universe sent me.
The universe isn't an entity. It's just entropy.
Gasp.
Flips the table angrily. Your stream is a delusion made up by people that don't want to admit that the universe is decaying matter. That's where it's all going. It's going down the hill, into the void, into nothingness.
I was gonna say, and then we zoom out from Lorne, you know, it's like a zoom out from her eye, and it's like, this is what could have happened if she asked something, but she decides not to.
Basically.
Excellent, I love it.
I imagine Lauren very quickly realizes that many a topics and conversations are just social landmines of this man.
Mm-hmm. So
And
instead
the only proper way to deal with him is enable him.
Gotcha. Yep, so instead of tiptoeing around landmines, she keeps it very impersonal.
Which is how you do it with this man.
Mm-hmm. And there you go, and lets him ramble too. Okay.
So, Lauren, you've learned more like random bits of knowledge and facts than you think you'd ever need in your life.
Oh, those are fun though. As long as they're true facts, though. If they're just like little tidbits of conspiracy, then she'll just file them away in the conspiracy folder.
Some of them are, but some of them sound like at least like, you know, like that makes sense.
Nice. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. I will say one thing that you do that Lauren will be able to very quickly pick up on from his rambles is he doesn't like corpers at all.
He doesn't like who?
Corporations.
Okay.
So people who work for the corporations are only called corpers because you kind of don't have a nationality anymore. The corporation is your family, your life, your nation.
Okay.
You're a corper.
Was Mouse not a corporation?
Mouse. So Mouse hosted a bunch of corporations, but like again, Mouse was like a super mall sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's
Gotcha.
just a bunch of corporations rented out space on it.
Okay.
But while you guys worked for a corporation, you guys didn't work for a corporation.
Gotcha. Not the full caps with the trademark at the end.
Yeah. Corporation TM.
Okay, got it. She has
Think
learned this.
of a difference between like a corporation and a megacorp.
Mm-hmm.
You all just work for a business.
We work for an
He doesn't
indie
like-
company.
Yeah, he didn't like people that work for megacorps.
Got it.
Alrighty.
Cool. Well, thank you.
You are very welcome.